We have had 10 4-1s, 3 4-2s, and 1 4-0. Still, none have gone to a game 7. I'm not sure if any of them have had any ties that have had to been replayed yet.
And it's really surprising, right? I feel at least it feels like in the championship bracket in the end there are quite a few decider games.
Oh, yeah, that we haven't had a single 4-3 yet.
Yep.
Yeah, I would expect 4-2 to be the most common outcome, but we've been getting a bunch of 4-1s. Okay, we're into the first game. And we have Puka, so Cursed Gold is around. Um,
No village that I
right.
can see.
There's Salvager and Remodel to get rid of the Cursed Gold in your estates, and those look likely to be like the terminals you're going to want here. Um, there is pathfinding. I could see going for some deck that's like Apothecary and some combination of Forum and Warehouse to try to draw. Um,
Yeah. And potentially pathfinding on Apothecary, right? Would
presumably, or I guess hypothetically, you could stick it on like Forum or something.
true.
You could try to skip the Apothecary part of it and just get like a bunch of Forums and pathfind them, but I don't know. There's also trade, so you could go for something more straightforwardly money-like with ooh, Heron has the 2/7.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but
Also,
like
yeah, the 4 is kind of nice, right? Without the cursed gold. Dan doesn't have that.
I'm not sure. It depends on what you want to do, right? So we could see different strategies based on these opening splits, right? So
That is true.
Dan next turn is going to have 3 coppers, cursed gold, and estate. Could play the cursed gold, 2 coppers, and trade the estate and a copper for 2 silvers, and be playing with some kind of a heavy trade thing based on this
Pa-
split
Paired with a
potentially.
warehouse, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether you'd take a warehouse there. Or you might just take a silver.
Ooh, man.
Um, I don't know that. Hmm. See, if I'm planning on trading again, lowering my hand size makes it pretty hard to get a good trade off. But you could take a Puka in that deck and look to like trade off after your Pukas. Just play like Puka money. I don't
Interesting.
know.
Yeah.
Um,
Vin- Vineyards do make it more appealing to do the apothecary thing,
yeah,
at least a little bit.
yeah, that's true. Um,
Mhm. Can have plus buy here by playing savages or buying forums. Ooh,
opens with a camel train. Interesting. What is the idea there? Does go with the trade, and I would expect to see another trade here then. Although I guess you could buy gold. That seems buying gold seems a lot worse than, well, maybe not a
yeah,
lot, but significantly worse than trading the curse and a state away.
yeah, I would agree. So I expect a Salvager for Heron here,
Or a potion.
or potion. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. I think either of those was plausible. Salvager seems better than remodel to me. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. No good non-terminal that you want
And
to
the buy
remodel
can be
into.
nice.
Yep. So,
So I would think. Let me make sure that I clicked this record button. Okay. I would think that.
wow, there's the gold.
Yeah. I think trading seems better than that to me.
We will see what happens now. Maybe forum for the camel train. That's what I would expect. Yeah, but quite money-ish potentially.
Yeah. Here's a trade
Yeah,
for Heron.
No.
Another forum. Could go forum. Oh no, pathfinding
Oh,
them. Okay.
oh yeah, that's quite nice. And probably getting them here from the
I
exile
I
mat.
would I would I would assume three of them seems probably better than trade to me, especially once they've been path found.
Yeah, seems like a reasonable assessment. And then probably trading the curses away. Maybe also going for the salvager next for Dan. I could
Yeah, I'm
see
not
that too.
sure. I'm also not sure what like the next hand is gonna be. You could say you're gonna get the forum next turn. I don't know if you're likely enough to hit five for that to be what you want to do. Yeah, you do hit five
Yeah,
again here.
this is a
This
nice trade hand.
I would think I would trade, but I could see him going for forum, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll see what Heron
Heron,
does here. Pathfinds forums as well, but and does have one.
yeah, I think Dan might run away with that split, I suppose, if they empty them.
Heron's deck is considerably thinner.
Oh, yes. Which terminal do you play here? The camel train.
You just want to get as many forums as you can. And I guess you could have salvaged the camel train and got.
Yeah,
Not
that would
sure
have
if
been
my
10.
math.
The,
What
the,
do you exile here?
the gold, maybe?
It could be a camel train just to deny it from Dan.
The forum.
Or a forum, yeah,
Yeah,
excuse
yeah,
me.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's what they're going for. I
And on the off
assume.
chance that Dan doesn't get the last one, then
Yeah, I would be very surprised if they don't.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
his deck is bad enough that it's possible, or
that's
has
true.
enough bad cards in it. Not is bad enough, has enough bad cards in it, right? Like you could have,
Yeah.
you have three curses, however many curses, three curses, I think, in an estate, and the
Yeah.
camel train. You couldn't.
It was still a good um exile, I think, because Dan would have gotten the second one here as well. So it was just a denial one, and which basically would have come at no opportunity cost for Dan. So
Yeah, I'm not sure what you. So he exiles a gold there.
and
I assume
by
this is going
forum
to be
trade,
forum trade.
yeah, salvager.
Salvage. Wow.
I like this having the salvager, but yeah, that was like a nice opportunity to trade. Ah,
Well, I guess you're probably never hitting four again if you really want the plus buy. Then this makes some amount of sense.
so is it a 6-3 forum split?
Something like that, yeah.
Uh,
That sounds right. With one on Heron's mat, of course.
yep. So I assume Heron will get a bunch of golds here.
Uh, it's not exactly
Mm,
clear.
mm,
Which terminal are you playing here? Again, is a question. You could just province now. It's going to be hard for you to double, I think. So you could just like trash the curse in province.
Yes, still the gold on the exile mat. I think I would want that in my deck first, since yeah, that can be nice with salvager or just as a gold. I would get rid of the camel train here, I think, and
So
maybe
it gets you
maybe
to
gold trade. Does it work?
how
Golden
much?
trade.
How much money do you have? You have 10 plus whatever you salvage minus whatever you discard. So if you discard, well, this looks like a play that you're trying to trade. But if you're trying to trade here, or it could just be that you're. Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think a trade plus. Yeah, I think the trade would have been better than the additional gold. But I suppose you can province trade here
I
this turn potentially.
in general, I'm not sure.
So Dan has 2 estates and 3 curses. Is that right?
Sounds right.
Or
He hasn't trashed very much, and he took a lot of curses.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely his 2 estates and 3 curses. Heron has no estates and 1 curse, so a lot less chunk. But Dan obviously has a lot more forums. Um, so he's gonna trigger. Oh, he doesn't trigger the bad shuffle here. Gonna go province gold, or I think I think it's better as Apo is suggesting to
undo for the trade.
yeah, province trade
Yeah,
away a copper and a curse, I think is
yeah.
better than taking the gold.
But they took a duchy, so they um are really
Yeah,
concerned about scoring.
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, if you're doing that, can't you trash the. I guess you can't afford it if you trash the curse instead of the estate.
Hmm. The trade is yeah. I think I would still look for trade opportunities. I mean, it's still 2 points as well next to the economy.
6,
But maybe
10,
this is
14.
just
This
double
could
province,
be
right?
salvage cursed gold double province.
Yeah.
There's 2 forums down there, so yeah, I think that looks good to me.
And Heron's turn is kind of set.
It's very hard for Heron to catch up because it's more than 2 provinces behind, and Dan can um, you know, mill a province and buy a province pretty easily, which
Yeah,
probably
should
puts it out of range. I mean, it's
I
not
would guess.
guaranteed, but
Yeah. This might also be true double province again, or close to it.
could be.
Trashing a gold or something. Or camel train.
6, 9. Camel toast not enough. Uh, yeah, it would have to be gold, I think.
That's also 15, right?
You're right. It is 15.
So yeah, I think province duchy is just as safe.
So, yeah, it could either be trash province by 2 provinces,
We can even you could trash curse by
or
province
you could.
duchy, right?
Yeah, that's the other option. I think either of those
Yeah.
options seem very, very. Wait, you can't afford. No, no, no. You can't afford province duchy if you do that, right?
So start in camel province, and then you have 9, 12, right?
Right.
That's
So I think I trash province by 2 provinces.
yeah, that's 25 to 11 and 2 forms on top of the deck, right? So
Yeah.
yeah,
And Heron has at most 2 gains in a turn.
yeah, this seems to be quite over.
So, like, worst case scenario, Heron goes double duchy. You have a bad turn. But even if you have a bad turn, you just need to, like, net score 2 points to be out of range of province duchy anyway. And it looks like Dan's come to the same conclusion.
Yep. And this is like I don't know if the deck can be staked against Dan here.
I well, I think it kind of like I think it's possible that he misses province this turn, but I don't really think it's possible that he loses the game.
When Heron doesn't even find the Salvager, so
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to see the buy a province and resignation. No, okay.
ooh, 5 forums on top. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1-0 for Dan. Um, yeah, it was kind of interesting just powering through, taking the curses all the time, and it worked out. Here we've got interesting. So we have
A bad village?
Guardian, Cultist, Quest. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I think Dan played the first game pretty well. Also got some reasonably good luck at finding hitting 8 and getting the forums high enough the first few while, but definitely played to capitalize on that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think, yeah, parents' draws were like kind of suboptimal, but Dan certainly played it quite well. And here 5-2 looks pretty good on the coastal spot. Even with Guardian, I think that's quite strong.
Yeah. Would you open Guardian on turn 1
As
as Heron?
Heron? I don't think so. I would think about the Squire.
Okay. Squire doesn't excite me in that deck.
Do you
At
play
least not
without
right away.
a village?
At least not right away. I think it's just if you draw it dead, it's bad. It does it. How much does it do for you for quite a while? Not that much, I think.
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's like quite cultist money. Like Triumphal Arch will probably make you one.
There's some
Most
interesting
of
stuff going on
Squires.
with Falconer. You can react Falconer on
The
playing your
ruin.
Squire or on playing your Cultist if it gets a ruin through, right? Your opponent has
Right.
gained a multi-type card.
But then you have to buy Falconer of Occultist.
Right. So, I mean, I could see that. Well, yeah, I don't know. But the other thing is like just there's so many multi-type cards here, right?
Guardian,
There's
Falconer.
Guardian, Falconer, Cultist, Merchant Ship. Like if your opponent's just getting Cultists, you can react it that way as well.
Yeah, that is true.
There's
So what do you think?
also Goatherd and
Yeah,
Changeling, which I don't know exactly what they do.
Goatherd is kind of interesting, right? The dynamics. Um,
Well,
like if you're the only one going for them,
if you're the only one going for them, you're the only one trashing. If you're both going
yeah,
for them,
you
you
both have
you're
night.
both draw.
Yeah,
I'd be hard pressed to not take Cultist, I think. On 3,
Gladiator.
wow, that's surprising. On 3-4, I think I would have bought Guardian turn 1 so I could get Cultist turn 2. But neither of them had 3-4, so.
Yeah. So what do you pair your Gladiator with? Silver, presumably. I guess the shelters thing makes Gladiator a little more likely to hit, but then again, you need it to hit 5.
Which shelter do you reveal? Well, Heron
And,
shouldn't play the Necropolis.
oh yeah.
um,
I only see 4 cards in Dan's hand. Ah, never mind. Now it's loaded. So
yeah, I had to read the
okay, they can't reveal the
log.
wrong one. Good for them.
Oh, that's interesting. So Squire can gain you changelings. I guess that's a reason to like Squire more than what I was thinking. The cultist misses the shuffle here. Um,
Yeah, that will be quite annoying.
Goes for another goat herd. At some point, I'd really think about starting to pick up guardians.
And
Some
now
point
Dan
very soon.
knows. Dan knows there's a cultist coming up, right? So this is likely
Yeah,
a guardian.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I
So
guess Heron could have chosen to not play the cultist, but
Oh yeah, some advanced mind games.
sure, we can call it that if we're being courteous. Trashes copper. Now you know that there isn't a cultist coming up this turn, and okay.
The, I think you keep the changing here, right? Or do you?
Well, you've been taking goat herds. I could see turning it into another one. It does. I don't know if Dan is likely to have a goat herd coming up here or not. This is the other thing, is right. If you turn changeling into something, it helps your opponent's goat herds.
True.
I guess you know it's pretty likely that. Oh, you could also turn the changeling into a guardian.
Yeah. If you, what else do you buy though?
Yeah, I don't know. Buy the changeling back.
Yeah, that could
If you're
be.
gonna do that, that seems worse.
Yeah, I'm not that the strictly police is coming in, but that would be kind of strictly worse with Gotard around. Maybe
It
not if you have two Gotards next turn then
it
or
lowers
something.
the changeling pile.
Yeah. So here we see the gladiator not being a silver.
Yep. I guess this is the other nice thing about Squire, right? Heron can trash it here and get another cultist.
Ooh, that's true. Probably the thing to be doing.
Quest makes a lot of sense there. Yup. Now let's see if Heron takes Guardian or
Squire.
what? Changeling. Another goat herd.
Ooh, okay. At least this one draws one card. Because then I just click on cultist, I think. Here.
Yeah.
Drawing cards seems quite nice.
Dan looks pretty far behind to me. But
Yeah, that sounds
there's a lot of
relatively
game
nice.
left. It's not like completely over or anything. Depending on how the cultists line up and with the
Oh,
other egg.
yes.
Takes the
Sure.
falconer.
Mm.
Interesting.
Is the changeling down there?
No, there's no
Oh, was it?
changeling. It's in the trash.
Oh, okay.
Right, took a goat herd off it.
Who took the Gotard? I see.
Takes another
No,
squire.
nice.
Interesting.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Player to your right trashed. Gladiator.
Trashes.
It does.
So you might not want to reveal
That's
sometime.
hilarious.
Yeah, I wonder if Heron is aware of that. Or
That's kind of another reason to not take Gladiator here, right?
yep, yep.
Province. I'd be so surprised.
Yeah, I am still.
I
I
would think
still have
cultist, right?
yeah, I really like drawing here, and then open gladiator to an $8 guardian. It's also
Doesn't stun me.
not in a good way, at least. Yeah, I would think Dan is aiming for fortune, isn't he? Opening gladiator.
Well, I don't know. I maybe, but the thing about that is, in general, you've done work and you reveal fortune. Your opponent can just also get a fortune.
Yeah,
And I
that's true.
guess
But
With the gladiator, they're not getting the gold, but that seems less relevant typically than. So here I would expect gladiator reveal either falconer
Can
or ruined library by a cultist react to the falconer.
can you gain a changeling with falconer and get a yeah and get a cultist? Yeah, that works.
Yeah, you could do
So
that as well. So you could get
I
two
think
cultists here.
yeah, I would definitely do that. Uh,
Whoa.
that seems worse. That seems
Yeah.
unless I didn't want to give a card
You
to
just really
Heron
want
here.
squires, I guess, but
Yeah,
Heron getting a squire back. Two more
yeah,
squires.
yeah. Like I was a fan of spiders, but paired with cultists, I would yeah. Really surprised by the cultists being that high, being the only draw.
Well, the way they're playing it, goat herd's been draw.
Oh
Like
yeah, look at that
Heron's
drawing deck.
drawing the deck here.
Yeah. And he's clean.
The last card is another squire, I think. Yeah, so you're gonna want that for buys. The question is, do you trash this last copper here?
Could also gain a changeling, right? By a cultist, by a falconer probably,
You
and changeling.
you could go for a changeling, but you could just buy a changeling if you were doing that too. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's not. It doesn't.
All
If
right.
what you want is a changeling, it doesn't matter. Oh, I guess it depends. If you want to trash the copper, then you couldn't buy the changeling. Does trash the copper.
Takes the buys anyways. Okay.
Yeah, I expect.
Now with that cultist, that's very strange timing to me. Like, that seemed like a great time to pick up a falconer.
Um, Dan. I expect Dan to go plus actions on this squire. Falconer for a goat herd.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Because this goat herd is going to draw like 4 cards, which should draw you to your other goat herds. The game is getting close-ish to being over. Squires are really low. The goat herds are pretty low.
Yep, guardians as well.
Guardians are low-ish. Goes
Gains a
for a
changeling.
changeling. Okay.
So I remember Dan saying in his last video that he hasn't played many falconer games. Maybe he's not quite comfortable yet with the dual type thing, and that you don't have to play the card in your action phase for that. It's like
Well, I don't know.
the, the second time now that I think he could have done a little more with that. With that,
Did it matter there? I don't know that it mattered there.
yeah, it depends on what the remaining deck was. That
I mean, he could have played the ruined library, but my guess is he didn't want to.
yeah, can be that what didn't really matter here at that point.
So Heron is trying to figure out whether they want to trash a squire here, I would guess,
Oh yeah,
or potentially trash a cultist. Okay, goes for neither.
Yeah, I guess cultist squires could
I would think you'd
run
keep
real
both,
quick.
but um, like I haven't done the math on whether there's a pile out possible. Okay. So you can
Good game
gain
is
and play a changeling
yeah.
or a silver. Goes for buys. Could be quest. Quest seems pretty good.
Quest and yeah,
Quest cultist
now
squire or something.
well, it's really pushing the piles. But I think he has more control, pile control than Dan.
I mean, I don't think Dan can win there.
Yeah.
I guess that gets you to 4 things from 3 different arch spots.
It's interesting. Dan has 4 squires and 4 cultists, and Heron has 3 of each.
Yep,
So yeah,
but it's 4-2 on goat herds. Heron's deck is
yeah,
significantly cleaner,
yeah. Dan still has 1 ruin, 2 coppers, and a necro.
and
I
Dan
guess.
still has this falconer.
Oh yeah, I'd consider that an asset still. I think.
Oh yeah, I wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't trying to list. I wasn't trying to list assets and liabilities. I was just trying to list differences.
Oh yeah. Gladiator might be closer to the middle there.
Yeah, I don't think fortune. I don't know. I'd be pretty reticent to take fortune here, kind of. Well, especially as Dan, but kind of as either player, because I'd be worried about the game ending too fast. Although particularly as Dan, because Dan's deck control is not where Heron's is.
Yep. Ooh, and this is
Does
yeah.
go for this play. And takes a changeling instead of the gold.
Ooh. Yeah,
Interesting.
that yeah, that's very interesting.
Theoretically, Dan has a lot of gains. I'm not sure it's quite enough to like win. Okay, you could have stopped and thought there for a bit because you might wanted to trash the cultist. Um,
Yeah, the goat herd doesn't draw, does it?
no,
No.
pretty sure it doesn't. You can draw with Ruined Library.
Oh,
Um,
so your next hand would look kind of sad, right?
I'm
2
trying.
coppers,
I'm trying to work out. So Dan can't win. I think
2 coppers in the bottom mistake, 2 squires,
there's
a
one
goat
goat
herd,
herd. One goat herd.
yeah, 1 goat herd, and and a guardian. So that's like a full dot almost. So I think you can go for the fortune here just because if you lose. If the game ends, you lose anyway because next turn you can't do anything.
You could also just like I don't know, take a province. But this line where you grab the
Those are a lot of stock added as well. So 1 gladiator, 2 golds, and a fortune.
Heron has just trashed these cultists.
And didn't quite get
It seems
to where they wanted to be.
really bad to me.
Yeah. Now they also can't get a cultist back with Changeling.
And you've turned your opponent's goat herd on?
Oh yeah, right. They could be live now, actually. That is true. I guess they only draw one card, unless they trash even more here.
No, he's already
Like one
he
card.
trashed two cultists with these goat herds.
Oh yeah, I mean there's one bad card on top, and then
Heron has one more cultist, well, maybe two more down there. Buys a duchy. Keeps the changeling. Yeah. I mean, okay. Heron. Well, the problem for Heron, though, is also what's the third pile? I guess it's changelings, but that's not so easy. This gives Dan quite a bit of time, I think.
yeah. Ooh, draws the fortune here. Probably not what they wanted to see.
Well, mostly you want to be able to have a good drawing turn, I think.
Can they get around to it?
I don't know. Well, I don't think that was realistic this turn. Um, Next turn, it depends on what Heron does. Maybe for the draw. Like
Oh yeah.
if he has the goat herd and the goat herd's drawing three cards or something, and the goat herd trashes a cultist, and then he can draw a lot. But
Yeah, I kind of doubt that will happen, especially on the draw where you have to play the cultists here for Heron.
yeah, well, I mean, it would be changelings, right? Changelings would be what would activate.
All right, that is true. So Dan thinks whether he can get changelings here or
Yeah, Heron's deck
he
doesn't
doesn't want
do
to.
anything anymore. So now Dan has to figure out what he wants to buy here, which is also seems not so easy. Because Duchy makes your deck so much like I want my deck to do more because I want to try to make the game longer.
Yeah.
Cultist, I worry about making the game too short because I want to make the game.
Yeah, I think you really want the cultist, but you probably can't afford it. Like,
No.
it piles for your opponent. So what does the go-to do? Draw one card or two?
Uh, it's not two. Did Dan? It's
But then
zero.
no,
Dan didn't
he
trash with his.
didn't trash copper. Okay, so it's a little surprising to
I
me.
well, it makes sense to me because Heron's almost all of Heron's draw is these four goat herds. It's the four goat herds and the two cultists.
Ah, yeah, that consideration is probably the most important one. I can get behind that.
And it's not like you're going to see the copper you were trashing many more times, I would think.
That's true. Especially with like hands like these that Dan has right now. Gonna take a while to get around.
I mean, I would think on this turn, Dan probably goes Squire for actions, plays Ruined Library, probably plays the Gladiator and buys a province.
Yep.
Yeah, the
Yep.
copper also did end up allowing the duchy buy
True.
because he ended up with six money, but the
I
fortune
don't
would
think.
have been four.
Yeah, it would have been quite. I don't think he like anticipated drawing the
No,
fortune
no.
there.
But you might want the money also, right?
Yeah, that can be.
The fortune was an unlikely way, but like you could have drawn a gold or something, and
I guess now Heron is trying to like estimate what Dan can do on an average turn here. Like they must be very happy to have seen the fortune already. So yeah, think you want more draw here? Maybe you can
um,
afford to buy
if
that.
you trash to Squire, you get the cultist. You can get the last cultist with the changeling. You can get the Squire, but you can't. The problem is there isn't a third pile handy for Heron. and Heron's deck does close to
Mm.
nothing.
So they kept their changeling there. Because, yeah,
Yeah,
I think quite dubious, especially because Danbrooks has just one go turret in those 16 cards.
yeah, I agree.
And those changelings are quite terrible if you
I
don't do
mean,
them.
I would kind of want to trash the goat herds, but I guess they're all points now, so
Yeah, but expensive to
I
have in
mean,
your deck. Yeah.
Guardian looks like the most likely third pile at the moment, but it's pretty slow to empty. A
Wait,
little bit surprised that Dan didn't play the Ruined Library, but I guess I'm not stunned by it.
so here we just pass. Okay,
We
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 we realized we
messed up
messed
when we.
up.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think he was in a decent. Actually, I'm not sure. Is Heron? I think they were in a decent spot, and then this is 2-0 Dan, right?
those two O'Daniels.
I think they were. I think Heron was in a decent spot, but then they
Trash
trashed
cult.
the cultist. Yeah, I think that was really the problem. Although it's not like they were totally winning either. Neither deck was particularly great. Okay, we've got a 2-5 here for Dan. You know what that means,
Village
right?
Mandarin.
Mandarins on turns 2 through 11.
Let's go. Unfortunately, the wrong 5 cost treasure in this kingdom.
If you collide treasure maps, you have a partial chance of being able to dominate the next turn.
Ooh,
Free Wayfarers after you play an Old Witch? Yeah, but with no village,
yeah, like the
how many
cost.
smithies do you want? I mean, I might do it like once. I don't know.
Yeah, but after playing Old Witch, do you like have a spare buy? I guess if you have a charm,
Or you just end up with not much money in your hand, potentially.
potentially, if you draw all the curses from the opponent's Old Witch. So
I would not get that many draw cards Apostoloso Ruler, I don't think. But I play something like a couple of Old Witches and money, maybe a Wayfarer.
yeah, so no charms, no
Well, I mean,
fancy things.
at some
That's
point I might hit 5 and not want another Old Witch, and I'd get a charm over a silver.
that then then considering all his options here,
Right? There's
copper estate,
5
annex.
legal plays he can make. Well, that's assuming he plays the coppers. He could also
Ooh.
choose to play any number of coppers.
Mm,
Okay.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm
this
going
is,
silver silver here as Heron.
yes. Dan can't be tempted into the gladiator this time with the 5-2. I would hope.
It sounds like a challenge.
It was meant as one.
I hope Heron isn't tempted. I don't think Gladiator looks very good here.
No.
You could try to play with some like cantrips into conspirators, but with no thinning and no village, seems really hard to come together.
Yep, really hard. And then dominate doesn't even become cheaper. Yeah, we get cantrips.
That's probably what it was.
Yeah. So
Okay,
still,
so this should be Old Witch, I think, from Dan. I guess you
yeah,
could think about. Yeah, I don't. Is there? Oh, is there some kind of golden deck with charm?
like top decking a charm and 4 goals, and then buying Mandarin province each turn.
Yeah, you don't even need 4 golds. It could be 3 golds and silver or another charm. You could try to set
Yeah.
up for that. It doesn't seem
I
worth
thought
it to me.
I thought like the treasure maps make it easiest to
Well, but you have to get the charm
set up, but
with the 4 golds, so that seems kind of hard.
mm, yeah, it seems kind of hard.
I think I'd get
Can't
another Old Witch here, but I could see a charm. Just buy 6 treasure maps. They're definitely going to collide after you play an Old Witch. You'll have a big hand, and there will be some treasure maps in them.
so what are your options here besides Old Witch? The
Charm.
the free Wayfarer. Hmm.
I think
Like
Wayfarer
I mean,
seems worse than second
Old
Old Witch,
I would agree.
but I'm not
I guess
100% sure. I'd probably take Wayfarer over my third Old Witch.
I think you could get a charm here, and then like if Old Witch and Charm collide, you can get a free Wayfarer with something else. So it's maybe a consideration
Yeah,
on how
I could see Charm
badly,
here.
yeah, how badly you want the second Old Witch. Kind of hard to say.
We know that next turn he's likely to draw probably 3, and the Old Witch is likely to collide with whatever he bought there, so there's some sense to getting the charm there.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's a nice turn.
So this turn I'm probably buying Wayfarer Gold.
Sounds nice.
Yep,
So Heron has the second Old Witch.
yep. I don't see much to do here but buy silver.
Hmm. Yep, there it
I
is.
expect this to be a gold. At some point you can think about getting mandarins. Um, this is way too early for it, but
Well, I would be really surprised if they dominated.
yeah, exactly. The tactical mandarin buys can help you glom up your expensive treasures until you get to it. I could see it happening. This is a really bad draw for Dan.
Oh yeah.
You definitely take the silver. And probably buy another gold.
Sounds about right. So they both have a curse in their deck.
Yep.
Heron actually caught up here by this draw from them, drawing the Old Witch
Well,
dead.
I think Dan's
Yeah.
still pretty far ahead.
Yep. Yeah, that was just in reference to
Or
the curse. Just,
whoa,
ooh.
interesting. Wasn't really thinking about that. Uh, will
How many
you?
of the Wayfarers do you exclude?
None, apparently.
None. None. Okay, so they are all colliding again down there.
Yeah, but that's okay, I guess.
So here do we get the
I
tactical
actually
Mandarin?
don't hate it. You get the. You could have gone for tactical mandarin there, but I think it's too early. I just want the province. Whoa, whoa. There I would have
Yeah, that was
six,
very close,
eight,
right? Two golds, two
10.
silvers.
Well, 2 golds, 2 silvers. The card you have to draw is Old Witch. You only get 1 card, so I could see not doing it.
You can keep doing it until you find her.
Yeah, but that might take more of the time than you have.
That is true.
But
Old,
well, you could have done it with just the 2 golds or 2 golds and one of the silvers or something. Also,
yeah,
an
Dan got
Amex
it.
here from Heron.
Yeah, that looks really nice. 2 goals, 2 servers in there. So we're just piling the duchies now.
This is going to be a province. This could be duchy and Mandarin.
Mm, yeah, but I can't play those coppers.
Yeah, well,
Like
you
using.
wouldn't play the
Yeah,
coppers.
yeah. That doesn't look like they're thinking about it. Unfortunately.
Yeah,
So this is kind of a sad draw.
gonna annex.
Annex. So Dan could province here if he draws really lucky. I don't think.
Seems perfectly safe too. Well, I mean, not perfectly safe, because I guess hypothetically Heron could draw 13, including a charm, and go province annex, but I don't think you'd play around that. I mean, I assume you're going to play
Yeah,
this Wayfarer.
yeah, that's it's not like you're very sad about those cards missing here.
The
So
reason you wouldn't would be because you want to annex, but I don't think so.
yeah, the annex.
No, I don't think they're going to
I
keep
think.
annexing after the duchies go out.
Yeah. Then the Mandarin is probably better to top deck nice cards versus shuffling them in.
Does play it,
Okay,
not a good draw. Could see
fixed
buy a
draw.
state. Yep. Well, you've got to play this old witch here if you're Heron. This is 9.
Is he going to buy 2 states? No.
Annexes again.
Okay, that seems kind of bad, right? Even excluding 5 cards there.
You just keep annexing every turn and getting 4 debt back. Wow, Dan didn't draw to province. That's probably okay. See if he goes for Mandarin here or Duchy. I expect Duchy, possibly annex, but
For 7, it seems fine. That looks like quite nice. So that has to be NX, right?
I assume.
Last duchy.
And you have a 2 point lead, and you're probably just. I mean, the most likely thing is that each of you gets one of these last provinces, which is good for you having the lead.
Yeah.
So now, if you're Dan, you could buy gold, or you could go double estate. Goes double estate,
And 7.
but gets a lead.
Ooh.
I assume this will be a single estate. I
Ooh. Place all money there. That's interesting.
could have played 3 silvers to buy a Mandarin. Oh, gets to province here. This is really good for Dan. I mean, you just slam that province button.
Yep. Ooh. So now this has to be Mandarin?
I guess you could buy a charm instead, but you're
Mm.
just
Okay.
ignoring that. Well, province again.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice draw. Can just 2 silvers and gold. So we didn't get to pile these 8s.
Yeah, but
Workload.
I mean, Dan's deck was a bit better the whole time, right? Maybe not. It's kind of close.
Yeah.
Dan has more green, more purple, but 5 more silvers and an extra gold. So this could be the
And,
last game.
yep. But it looks like quite a nice spot to play 1-1. So maybe there's some life left.
Way of the Rat with Mastermind, with Border Village. Spice Merchant seems pretty decent. I'd also like to get a Baron, I think. Well, I'm
Mm.
going to want to get a Forager, but I don't know that I want to open Forager.
Yeah, that's a question, right? Do you want to hit 5 first or just
I'd
go heavy trashing?
I'd like to hit 5, or if I'm incredibly lucky, 6. I'd really like to hit 6, but that's asking a lot.
And then you would open Baron, right? If you really wanted to hit 6.
Yeah, but I also want to hit my Copper Sum.
Yeah,
So it's.
yeah.
I
I
mean, you
like
could
the spice
open.
button.
I guess you could open like Baron Forager.
Yeah, but yeah, I also like opening with the spice merchant. I also don't mind just picking up a Forger with it and not hitting 5 one shuffle. Baron is,
Baron is quite likely to hit 6. I
yeah,
don't. Let me
yeah.
pull up. I don't have
If
the
it
math
doesn't,
on Baron Forager, but I do have it on Baron Silver.
yeah, that should hit 6 almost every time, I guess, if you don't
Well,
put them at the bottom.
Baron could miss an estate. It's a
That's
little over 2/3 to hit 6.
okay. I would have expected it to be a bit better even.
Because about 1/6 of the time you don't draw your Baron, and about 1/6 of the time you draw it, but without an estate.
Ah, see.
And then occasionally you hit 6 without the Baron hitting, but you get over a 5%
Yeah.
chance of hitting 6 twice on Baron Silver.
So the spice merchant misses here for Heron. That's
Sad.
sad,
Also,
especially.
the Forager doesn't make you money.
Oh yeah, true. Dan could possibly also have a bad draw with him not getting anything on turn 3.
Goes for a silver there. See, and Heron also gets the silver here. Dan, I assume, is going to do, yeah, this, and I would think about buying Baron here.
Mm-hmm.
Could also go for Poacher. Heron went for the Poacher. Also Poacher, okay.
So this could be 6 for Dan, right?
I mean, he can just choose to have it be 6
Yeah.
by taking money and buy. I think I would.
Yeah, me too. Though cycling is quite tempting, but
You're, I think, too likely to draw an estate and be very sad.
yeah. But what is your first 5? Just torture?
I assume is
Oh,
Torturer. I guess it could be
but yeah,
Mastermind. Yeah, that's the
yeah.
other big option. You'd really love to Mastermind a border village so that you could like play it once and rat it twice or something. Rat it 3 times if you're very lucky.
Oh, oh yeah. That yeah, sounds quite crazy. That um,
See if this is another Poacher or a Baron or another Spice Merchant. I don't think it's just Forager. Okay.
so do you red torture here or
Probably play it.
okay? Drawing the forager with poacher makes it a little bit less likely to be sad. The draw. That's nice
I
to
also
hit
really want to
6.
hit 6.
Yeah, that is
Another Torturer is a lot less appealing if I don't have any villages.
that's true. I think
So
that's mastermind here.
I would think so, yeah. Goes for another Torturer. Okay. Dan gonna get a Torturer or another Mastermind in before he gets something else.
Yeah, the idol would be very interesting. I think it has to be mastermind. Yeah, torturer. Those two were the real options. So this looks like another 6.
Yeah. Now I really want a Mastermind. Okay.
Ooh, this could be very sad here.
Pretty unlikely to be sad. Like, what can you draw? The other Torturer or a Mastermind, right? That's the only two
Yeah,
bad draws.
silver is moderately sad.
Well,
Torturer. Oh, it
silver
doesn't have
wouldn't be
another torturer.
that bad.
finds the copper. Now the border village.
I mean, you could have also
Yeah.
found the border village and then played border village, torture, or whatever.
Yeah. So this is a great turn for Heron.
Yeah, Heron's deck has come together here.
So no Baron.
Yeah, I think maybe the ship has sailed.
Yeah.
Border village mastermind and a
Silver.
silver. Okay.
Oh yeah. So
Ooh.
now we'll see whether he's aware of the red or.
I mean, it kind of prompts you to, so I really hope. I mean, I guess he could just be thinking I want to play a lot more torturers every turn, but this seems like a gift wrapped opportunity.
Okay. Dan also had that opportunity, didn't choose to pursue it. Well,
Dan
this is in the trash. Okay.
Dan's problem seems to me to be he doesn't have any torturers, and so he gets one there. Yeah.
So yeah, you could play border village until you draw a torturer.
See, I think I'd rat one here. Mm,
Yeah, you can
okay.
still do that with the other one.
Oh, I guess you can just keep doing that over and over, right? You rat it here,
Oh yeah, that's gonna be
and
tough.
it spirals a little bit in that um, like you lose a little bit of actions every time, but you can keep doing it basically.
Yeah, and just having those border villages.
I think I would have taken another
Right.
mastermind at some point. Maybe not until the next time. I think this last card is a border village, right? So you play border village, you rat a border village, you play torturer. You, you take a mastermind with this border village you're ratting.
Can you play it?
Alternatively,
Yeah.
I don't know, you have some options here. You just need to be a little bit careful that you're not going to get piled out on, but yeah, you can play it if you
Play the other border village.
play the other border village, but you can do that for sure.
Yeah, so I like the mastermind.
So yeah, I think I'd take a mastermind here, play torture, play border village, forage a copper, play two masterminds, and then I would think about buying province just to
Oh,
make
you
sure that Dan doesn't have some pile out.
unfortunate timing to be right back here,
Well,
right before the next torturer.
I don't know. Heron may
But now,
spend some time thinking about what five they want.
that's true. So what is the worst 5 you can be getting?
Duchy?
Is it still that duchy?
Maybe not duchy. I don't know.
Archive would also be fairly not useful at this moment.
Coven is
A card?
a nice silver.
Yeah.
You can rat it. You can. It does give one more curse, but those are about to be gone. Which I guess maybe some pros and cons. I would not be thinking about training here. The game's too close to being over,
Yeah, so how many border villages does he
I
have?
think.
3, 4, 5, 6?
Looks like
Mm.
six.
Oh
Didn't
wait, did
didn't
play the portrait? Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah, okay.
Having less money And an extra copper doesn't seem like a very good deal. So
You can rebuy the copper if you really want it. It's not strictly better though to do this than to rebuy the copper.
because it lowers pile.
That's
Or
right, it lowers that copper pile.
yeah,
Don't let those strictly police come after.
no, no. Learned my lesson. So goes for the province. Is there a copper rebuy? No.
Whoa, I don't like buying the estate. I mean, it probably won't matter, but I
Yeah,
feel
you
like,
can't. You can't rat with an estate in your hand.
see, I don't think it's, ooh, and I'm taking curses. My concern is that I don't draw. And
Yeah, that was
if
really bad
Dan
to start.
if Dan only plays one torturer, then I really don't care if I have the curse. Dan needs to play lots of torturers for it to be bad for me. But if Dan plays lots of torturers, I'm not going to want to discard all the time. So, I mean, okay, it's not going to matter here. Dan's going to get a province, I guess, in a vain attempt to stave off a loss. But, well, okay, you start by masterminding Border Village. Now I'm masterminding
Mm.
Poacher, I think.
So, where are the torturers?
In the last 7 cards, there's one.
It was a bit unfortunate, the order, I think, that you can't mastermind a torture. Okay. But I
Yeah,
think,
but I don't think it matters really as long
no.
as you get to, draw enough. So
Yeah,
three
that was,
one, and for our 4-1, we're gonna get Dan winning game 5. Which, I mean, any game's first player is actually reasonably likely. Okay, so this is interesting.
mm, no plus buy,
No plus
draw,
buy. There's extra
no.
gains from Jack, Trader, and Ig.
Those seem quite money-ish gains.
Yeah, but there's also City Quarter and Legionary.
Yeah, that seems like Jack to me.
Yeah, Jack looks pretty good to me, although it's really hard for me to not open plot. I'd probably go Jack Silver and get the plot later,
Yep.
especially with Labyrinth.
Yeah, it's really great with Labyrinth. And what does the engine do? Like trade a copper away? That's and then do what?
Just get a lot of City Quarters, get some Masterminds, and
Yeah.
draw a lot of
that-
cards. Trader a curse away.
By the
Buy,
last province
buy another
to
City
be.
Quarter.
Oh,
Legionary attack you. I mean, you've got to put a lot into Legionary attack, but I think between Jack and Plot and Guide, yeah.
and Guardian. Yeah, yes. Yeah, I think that's one of those games where your opponent has then 7 provinces and you can buy the last one and then
So I'm not sure about Guide. I think I'd just take a silver, but whatever. I'm going to discard here, even though I might be very upset that I'm drawing an
the
estate.
estate. Yep. No labyrinth points? Or
Gets the
thanks,
Guardian
Guardian.
for it. Same
Same
thing.
draw.
Well, Heron didn't have the guide yet. I think I liked silver
Do
better
you
than the
guide
guide.
here? Do you guide here?
As Dan,
Yeah.
I would not have.
Yeah. I
Well, you
think I
certainly
like it.
top deck this estate,
And
trash,
fine.
and buy an
IGG.
IGG, I
No,
think.
no, they have, do they have, they have Guardian out, right? But that doesn't matter.
Guardian doesn't defend against
Yeah,
IGG.
it's not an attack, so
You're
that's
also
good.
not playing it.
Could also be in.
Wait, what is it? Play the
Second jack. Uh, not.
Yeah, in works with jacks, I guess, but I'm not super concerned about setting the in stuff up. Now, as Heron, I might take an in here. You got to keep that silver, right?
Yeah.
I guess you could pitch it if you're thinking about buying plot, but I think I'm keeping it and buying an IGG. And I'm not really thinking about plot for a little bit. The in just doesn't do it for me.
No, here it just seems okay. Not super exciting. I guess you can guide this away fairly easily.
Again, I want
No.
IGG here for Heron. I'm a little surprised that Heron just didn't not call a guide and buy an in there, but goes for plot. I mean, that's a reasonable time to take the plot because it's not giving up labyrinth points, but I guess that's the reason Heron did call, is they wanted labyrinth points. But they're going to get
Yeah.
them here, presumably.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Again, I want an IGG here.
Over gold?
I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. It's not unreasonable, for sure. Oh yeah, are both jacks down there? That's would be, yeah, quite bad.
There'd be a reason to buy in here.
Yep. Quite quite a good reason, in my opinion.
Yep.
And
And I
the
guess
guide
you
as
take
well.
the guide as
Yeah,
long as you're here.
looks great. So this in is again less convincing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you keep this?
Mm,
The idea being you
tra
trash it?
to trash it, yeah. Doesn't like the duration copper in this deck.
Well, I guess it misses the shuffle at least, and you think maybe the game's not lasting so long.
They took Guardians
They took
because
Guardians for Labyrinth points. They only had 2 money. So here I'm gonna trash this Guardian, I think. Oh, yeah,
who said
yeah,
the
and now
game
I
is
top
ending
deck.
soon?
I don't think the game's ending soon, but I might have said it's not gonna last super long. I think they're
Yeah,
gonna be getting provinces.
they both seem reluctant to pick up IGGs, so that probably means that they can go to the provinces quite quickly.
It's probably like 5 more turns or something. 7 again.
Nice 7.
Whoa, Duchy already? That's a lot of confidence in your ability to province pretty reliably.
Okay.
I
Heron
don't
follows.
think their decks are quite this good. And he draws there. Wow. That seems so bad. Because now you're triggering a terrible shuffle or not playing these jacks.
Can play one jack and buy province.
I mean, yeah, but
Uh, yeah, that
you could have
would
done
have
that
been.
without drawing the 3 cards, right?
Yeah, you could have. You could have. Yeah, well, it wasn't guaranteed to hit 8 then, but I
Likely
agree that
enough. I'd rather have my plot ready. Okay.
yeah. So Dan getting through this province is a little better. I thought Heron was ahead before they started greening.
Heron
Now
didn't draw there. Okay. I haven't been tracking Heron's deck well enough now to know whether this jack is likely enough to find.
they still have an estate. That's kind of
At this point, you probably keep it.
here the hero guardian for Dan. Lets them hit 8. So now they will hit like 13 or 12 now on their plot turn. Not quite.
8.
Actually, just 8. Okay,
Leave
with
that
4
silver on
cards.
top.
Yeah.
So Heron is behind by 2 duchies now. I'd probably take my plot here if I were Dan.
To province. Yeah.
I mean, the tiebreaker estate is. I assume that's a sarcastic comment?
Yeah, it's not
Like,
tie breaking with 3
the,
provinces.
the, the 2 duchies difference is going to make the estate pretty irrelevant. Oh, okay. I would want to draw here as Dan. He's thinking about it. Because I'd really like to hit province now. And I guess if you draw 5 cards and they can't make 2 money and you miss province, the rest of your shuffle is going to be great.
Yep. I think as in Heron's position, I think I attack the province.
Oh, you
If
absolutely do.
Dan draws here, but they don't. So
I'm taking the province regardless.
even if Dan hits province here,
Yeah. You can't win,
which I do.
right? I mean,
Right.
I guess
Yeah.
maybe not. I guess you could
I
take
mean, it
duchy.
seems very unlikely for Dan to
Yeah, okay, good.
not
I,
have it
I actually
here.
think I like this because Dan, like, you need to take both the provinces to win,
Yeah.
basically, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. But this should be it.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, it's very unlikely to not work for Dan, but
Yeah.
you're just very behind at that point. And, yeah, the pattern continues 4-1, yeah?
Yeah. The script writer is doing the job. 4-1 continues. So I think that means Heron is eliminated from the tournament.
It looks that way. And Dan is going to be playing against
Markets.
Marcus.
The second this round. So congratulations to them.
Yes. And, that's it for now.
Yeah. Thank you for commentating.
Thank you for co commentating, and thanks everyone for watching.
See you around.